It's a fire!
It lost its battery. We need to charge it.
Here we are. What? What? Why is it?
Alright, fine. I love you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So yeah, I look a little bit like oily today because I've been out in the sun basically all day and I had loads of sun cream on, all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I saw a video, I just want to chat about it. Because I've chatted about the Mcfive family circus family, whatever they're called. I've chatted about them before, the mum Kelly and then the dad helmet guy, and then they've got 3 other kids. And yeah, I've chatted about them before. The main issue that I had with them was the fact that they literally video record their children's having breakdowns. They call one of their children It's, which is a little bit confusing, and I was a bit like jarred. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. They put them in really like dangerous situations whereby, like, I had this one clip of my last video of one of their children like actually standing up in the back of the car whilst the car was very visibly moving at high speed.
You gotta buckle up.
Oopsie.
And they were just like standing, running around in the back seat with like kittens and whatever just next to them. Anyway, all this kind of jazz. Anyway, so I was actually told, oh, you need to go watch their latest video. And I went and watched it. And first and foremost, like, can we just take a moment of prayer? Take a moment to appreciate Kelly's acting skills.
Hey, hon, I'm gonna run to Target real quick.
Why? I was just there. I got the chit you asked for.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta go get a new hoverboard.
What? Why? Why do you need a new hoverboard? Yeah.
I don't want to tell you, but here we are.
Here we are. What?
Come on. Promise you won't be mad.
Are you kidding? What'd you guys do?
Because they are just quite something else. And I just don't understand who watches these videos, right? Because they're just, I can't work out if they're actually acting or not, because whatever Kelly says sounds so staged that there's no human emotion comes out. And I don't mean this in like a mean way. I mean that, when people try and act, they're not very good at it. Like, I'm not very good at acting. If I try and act, I come across really like monotone and it doesn't sound right because I'm all like tense. That's kind of what she sounds a bit like. Anyway, so there was this clip of her sitting outside and they've got this pool, right? And she's sat out there and she's watching one of her kids. I'm going to be completely honest. I think it's the middle one that they call It. I'm not 100% sure. Watching her child go around on a hoverboard, and for some bizarre reason she's got her phone. I'm using my phone to record. She's like got her phone right here and she's going, Isabella!
It's a fire!
Isabella! And she's like, their phone is always on portrait mode. It's never like landscape, and I just don't know why, because like the quality of the video instantly just like goes down the toilet if you've got your phone in portrait mode, do you know what I mean? So she's just like this, just watching her child get closer and closer to the pool, and then surely enough, the hoverboard goes in the pool. In the pool while she's literally like recording on her phone this whole entire time, which just makes me think that the mum kind of wanted that to happen. I'm not saying, like, first and foremost, that is dangerous. Actually, can we just recognise for a minute just how dangerous that actually is? Like, their child literally fell into the water with the hoverboard. Like, it's just awful. And the fact is that I'm so sure that just could have been so easily prevented. Just tell your child not to do that. But then again, is it real or is it not? I just don't know. Like, who would just allow their child to do that? Like, because she was literally videoing them up until they did it anyway. Like, she could have said, don't go around the hoverboard. Don't go around the pool with your hoverboard, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so she just said, it's like, oh no, it's broken. And her mum's very first reaction wasn't, oh, are you okay? Like, oh, first and foremost, like, oh, are you okay? Second of all, it wasn't saying, you've just done that again, you've just broken. I think I read the comment and a commenter did say this was like their second hoverboard or something. No, nothing to do with that. No, of course it's not. It's, oh, we need to go and get you a new one. And she like then turns to her mum, I think it's her mum, and says we need to go to Target to get another hoverboard.
Mom, you want to come with me to Target?
Yeah. And I'm just like, are we just going to completely skip over the fact that you just video recorded your child, you knew that was going to happen, she knew that was going to happen. And of course she's got to like video record the kids' reactions when they're upset. I'm not saying, now first and foremost, I'm not 100% convinced that this was not staged. And I say this because why did the mum strategically have her phone recording about 3 seconds before the hoverboard went in the water? Fair enough if she was recording something that was going on and then that then happened at the corner, but she was literally video recording her child on the hoverboard and then it then went in. I don't think the kid wanted it to go in the water, but I don't think the mum was prepared to say anything because it would make good content. That's just what I think, because that, like, they sound like the mum fake cries all the time and it doesn't, no tears, like where are the tears? She's acting, I'm sorry. I just think she's acting. I need to show you this because it's the cutest little thing. Oh, look at that bundle of fluff. Sorry, I needed to show you my cat. He was cracking me up. Okay, so that's all like going on, yeah. So this whole bit with the hoverboard. So even, let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say if it wasn't staged, why does she not, like, why is she going, oh, we're gonna get a new hoverboard?
Vile!
It lost its battery. We need to charge it. My fault.
What?
That pool came out of nowhere.
What is that teaching your child? That's teaching your child that, like, valuables are not valuable, that, oh, whatever, we've got money, we can just buy another one. And by the sounds of it, after reading some comments, that wasn't the very first hoverboard that these people have been through. They've been through another hoverboard before. Why do I even care about this hoverboard? I don't really. But what I do think is insanely ridiculous is that I just have this personal feeling that, like, she knew that was gonna happen. I've already shown you clips. You tell me, like, I really want to have an open and honest discussion about this. What do you think? Do you think that that was staged, or do you think that was genuinely by chance that she managed to get that on camera? I don't think the children would have known that it was staged. I think the mum was just staging it for content and then was filming their kid's reaction. So all of that happened, yeah. So all of that went down. And then the dad then comes back in after getting chips. I can't remember. He comes back in and he seems in a really good mood. But then once again, their whole interaction was extremely questionable as well. Like the mum was trying to ask the dad questions or whatever. And their whole little like thing was a little bit staged. And the dad basically turned, like the mum was going, oh, like trying to tell him something. And he was like, tell me what? What happened to the, I don't know. It just didn't seem like a genuine conversation. And I can't work out whether or not it's because there's always like background music playing, or whether or not it's filmed in portrait mode and it has like little, like, you know, all of the little text that Kelly puts up is just so like, what? I don't know. I just thought that was weird. And to be honest, if it's not staged, then the dad has the right idea. The dad was basically like, no, we're not going to get another hoverboard. It's
I'm gonna go get a new one at Target.
like, why would you buy your child another one? Like, if it's not staged, the kid clearly has zero regard for valuable objects anyway, because she's already let 2 be destroyed in a very short space of time. But I'm still under the impression that, well, I don't know actually, because the thing is that I don't think the child would happily destroy a hoverboard. I don't think the children's reactions were fake, but I do think that the parents' reactions were a bit off. But let's just say it is real, then why the hell is the mum like sneakily being like, oh, I don't know what, and she's thinking, she's like planning to, like, I bet you anything she's gonna go plan and buy a kid another hoverboard. And it brings me back to just the fact that, like, these big families just have so much spare money just to chuck away that it doesn't even like matter anymore. And I just think that's just like, what a bizarre world. Like, they just have money literally just to like throw away at things like this. And I don't know, I just think the whole thing was just completely suspicious. And the dad, of course, was like not very happy about this, like, as you should be. And the thing is, there are people in their comment section, like some of their fans are actually saying, like, none of them are saying it's staged. Maybe, am I the only person who just thinks this is staged? I think I must be the only one, because I'm going to read you a couple of their comments, because some of their comments, none of them say this is staged. Some of them, a lot of them say, oh, you need to like parent better or whatever. And I'm not here to like critique the parenting. That's not what I'm saying. What I am critiquing is the fact that she shouldn't, in any circumstance, like doesn't matter if they're your child or not, like you shouldn't just keep on like buying expensive things when other people keep on breaking them. That's not me critiquing their parenting. That's me literally just like, I don't know, like a fact of life. Like if you keep on breaking something, don't keep on buying it. Do you know what I mean? I do think like any comments that like pick apart children, saying like a child's like a spoilt brat and stuff like that, like I don't think that's very fair, because at the end of the day, the parents are what has made a child the way they are. If a child, in most circumstances, if a child comes across as quite brattish or spoiled or doesn't listen, well, I wouldn't say doesn't listen, but like takes things for granted, it's usually because the parents have aided in their child, either by overindulging them and all that kind of stuff. Generally, if a child ends up being a bit like that, it's because they've just been overindulged. So I do think in a lot of circumstances it's not very fair for people to say like, oh, the child is in the wrong and stuff, because actually no, it's to do with the parents. And I've watched enough of this content now. I only discovered them like last week or the week before, I can't remember when it was, and I've already been like watching their videos because I get suckered into it. The aerial stuff is awesome, but everything else is just like everything else is just mind-boggling, because I'm just under the impression that the mum almost like winds up her children and then gets a reaction out of it. Like she literally walks around like telling them things that are going to upset them and then video records their reactions and stuff like that. And yeah, this is the vibe I get, and it's the vibe that I've gotten from quite a few commenters as well. But literally no one discusses this family. I'm pretty sure I was the very first person to ever discuss this family, not to toot my own horn, but I just got told about them, and now I'm just like, these people I give them that, they're interesting to watch, but I don't agree with a lot of the stuff they do. Yeah, it's literally called like, oh, why have I put this back on? Little Mama ruined the hoverboard, Dad's home. One person said you should wait before getting her another one, or let her get her own, since she doesn't seem that responsible for it yet. She's not bad, just not responsible enough. And I think the thing is that like I literally watched, I don't know if we're all watching the same thing, but I literally watched her video record her child like the mum could have said something at any point, have said don't do that around the edge. Assumingly that seems like something I do rather than just video recording. I just think it's weird. If I'm being honest, I really don't think you should get a new one, because Isabel has to learn. She's not bad, she just doesn't understand that she has some limits on what she can and can't do. I'm not saying you should punish her, but you shouldn't reward her by getting a new one either. You're a great mum, Kelly. I just think maybe you should try a different parenting style. Oh, can you imagine being told that? Amy, I think you're a lovely person, but your parenting style is awful. Oh, let me at him. Like, oh, that is the worst thing. You're like, I'm such a loyal fan, but your parenting sucks. It's not funny, Amy. I think it's staged, man. I really do. I think it's staged. I think their whole channel is a complete bizarre one. And I do urge you, if you're into watching things that don't really make a lot of sense, go and check out that channel, because honestly, they've got so many followers, and I don't know how old these followers are, but there's like no pushback. Apparently they do delete their comments when they start to get a little bit too heated, but I don't know. I definitely go check out that video, and please let me know what you think. No one else is saying this could be staged, which just makes me feel like maybe I'm the only person who thinks this, which would be quite sad, because then it's just like, why am I on my own? The one thing I really don't like, above all else, the one thing I hate about family channels is that some of them, not all of them, but some of them film their children when they're in distress, when they're crying, when they're medical, like anything where you can visibly see a child is upset, screaming, crying, unable to regulate their own emotions, and you as a parent are doing this with your phone, I instantly go, that's wrong. That is wrong. And it's the reason why I don't really like, well, it's the reason why I don't think very highly of the mum. And I feel like that's the reason why I can tell you right now, Kelly, your acting game is crap, okay? It's crap. It's so crap. You need to do better. I literally rate you like a 2 out of 10. And this is coming from someone who cannot act, okay? 2 out of 10. You get a 2 out of 10 for your efforts. It was awful. Please, if this is real, do not buy your child another hoverboard. Maybe get off your phone and actually watch what they're doing, because that is a huge safety risk. What happened if your child would have seriously hurt themselves and you're just sat there with like this, like, Isabel, Isabel. It's just like, what are you planning on doing from your sun lounger with your phone in front of your face? I need to get off and go and have a shower and all this kind of stuff and go catch up with my partner. But anyway, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next one.